Best thing is if the next expansion is dragon themed, we'll have 2 expansions in a row with a trans character front and center. What is this? 99.9% of players just want to play a game that isn't shit, mate. And he blocked you. I like that's Mephisto. And it's like, here's the thing. There are a lot of these comments here that are always, I said something to somebody and they blocked me, so I won the argument. This happens all the time. Means Chromie, yeah, Chromie is trans in the story of WoW, and so is Pelagos, right? And so they think like, yeah, okay, this is like a trans character front and center. In my opinion, I think that the inclusion of any sort of identity of a person exists independently of the quality of the game. This is not something that makes the game better. It's not something that makes the game worse. It's just something that exists independently of that. If every character in World of Warcraft was any race or any gender or anything, this would not change the fact that the raiding quality is, I think the raids are too hard, and it's kind of dumb that we don't even have to do Castle Naftary anymore. So this is what I think the real issue is. Now, whether this really matters on like a personal level to people, I think it's not really that big of a deal. I think that a lot of people don't like to see video games, especially fantasy-based video games, have things that they think reflect the current political climate injected into the game. Whether this be like a gender issue, a race issue, a political issue, people just don't want to deal with that. And I think that there's a lot of people who are too afraid to say that. They don't want to make that known because the people that are for it are extremely vicious, and they will take anything that you say that is against this and use it to try to ruin your life. So people are cowed into not talking about this and being quiet, etc. For me, as I said before, my best example of this is Apex Legends. Apex Legends came out, and the only white male in Apex Legends was literally toxic. And guess what? Everybody fucking loved it. Other way around, you have plenty of other games that don't have these types of different genders and things like that. These things do not matter. You're right. A lot of people don't care about this. But why are you surprised that whenever you tell somebody that something that they care about doesn't matter, that they block you? What do you think they're gonna do? Of course they're gonna block you for telling you, for you telling them that what they care about doesn't matter. Duh. Like, it's just common sense. Play video games to escape reality. Exactly. People don't want to have to deal with that. And to be honest, I think most people are selfish enough, and they might not say it, but I think they believe it. They don't really care. They don't give a shit. They just want to play a video game, and they want to be left alone. And the moment that you try to inject something into it and try to, influence their point of view or anything like that, they will immediately resent you for it. And there are so many of these people, and there's not a lot of people that speak out for them because a lot of those people that speak out for them are generally assholes, right? But I think that is, in my opinion, probably a majority. People play video games for escapism, and whenever they see things that you can probably assume are put in there because of the writers or the developers' views on the world, then that's going to bother them. That's what it is. And if you know a Ghostbusters movie, if you don't like it, you must hate women. Yeah, I think that's a good example, right? Absolutely. And what's this here? It's not for us. Trans people exist in real life. A lot of people with no experience outside a computer don't understand that. Well, yeah, and that's kind of the point that I'm making here, is that it depends on like how things are inserted, and also like having characters that their main, like whenever you introduce a character and then the character has like the only defining trait of that character is their gender identity or their race, I think that's really bad. And I think a good example of this is Loras Tyrell in Game of Thrones. All of the plot devices around Loras Tyrell revolved entirely around him being gay. And there were a lot of people that were upset about this because in the books, Loras Tyrell was not just gay. He was an incredibly well-defined, great character that people appreciated and liked a lot. And an alternative to that is Oberyn Martell. Oberyn Martell was clearly bisexual, but that played really no role in his story. Oberyn Martell was also a fucking badass, and there was a lot of other character development that happened with that as well. So people generally, they want more Oberyns and less Lorases. It doesn't have to do with the gender identity. It doesn't have to do with the sexual proclivities. It doesn't have to do with the race. Give us more Oberyn Martells, and that's all there is to it. You guys see what I'm saying? And yeah, that's it. Yeah, give us more Oberyn Martells. Don't make somebody's gender or sexuality the centerpiece, and that's the only thing that really matters. The corporate uses LGBT people as a tool to view them as better white. I think so too. I think that a lot of corporations use and they co-opt social issues in order to sell products. I view this as extremely, this is one of the worst things that started happening in the last 10 years. And you see these companies, these corporations that, you know, they'll make a big deal. Like there's a big corporation like Nike or something like that makes a big deal about donating $100,000. Oh my God. I can't believe Nike was able to afford $100,000. Holy shit. This is incredible. Wow. It's like, that's nothing. Yeah. Like, it's just nothing. And so anyway, what I'm trying to get at here is that a lot of these companies, and somebody say like, well, yeah, but doesn't the reputation, you know, like they're still doing a good thing. It's like, yes, you are doing a good thing, but the intention behind it, I think, really does matter. Whenever you're just doing this thing in order to sell more shoes that are made by slaves in third world countries, this does not necessarily feel good to me. You're co-opting something that is pure, that is good, that is virtuous, and you are co-opting it and turning it into a marketing campaign. And I don't like that. I don't like that, and I think it does cheapen the issues. It absolutely does. The Gillette advert? Yes, the Gillette advert was awful too. Exactly. And so that's what I'm really trying to get at is like whenever companies make statements like that, especially companies that have like very bad working conditions, like something like Apple or Nike, right? Now, if a company like, let's say Ben & Jerry's has been like Hobby Lobby on the other side. If they make a political statement, I will generally not look at it and be as cynical because they actually put their money where their mouth is. They actually do that. And they actually believe in these things, and they have leadership that does these things. Like Amazon's another one. Amazon, yeah. Oh, Amazon cares? No, you don't. Yeah, get the fuck out of here. So what I'm really trying to get at here is that there is, I think it's about authenticity. I think people on the internet in general, like we talked about this earlier, in a weird way, this correlates to the Tom Cruise stuff, right? People are looking for authenticity. People are looking for something that they can see and they can believe and they can trust. And whenever that authenticity is broken, then people automatically distrust you. They care about money. Yes, they do care about money, which is where the authenticity comes in mind. Every big company, my man, it's quite literally just capitalism. Well, exactly. I'm not saying it's a that's my point, right? That's why they're doing it. And this started happening, there was a lot of conversations about this in like about 2014, about companies using social issues as marketing platforms. And it's happened more and more and more. And I think it will continue to happen. Yeah, I don't care about left or right or any of this other stuff. It doesn't really matter to me. I'm just trying to talk about an issue that I think that we should be more aware of. Absolutely. You can care about the money while being authentic. Yeah, I think so. And I think that's the example of like Ben & Jerry's or like Hobby Lobby, where it's very clear that they do genuinely care about this stuff, but other companies that talk about how much they care about human rights and things like this while simultaneously profiting from the lack thereof, I don't want to hear it. Yeah, I don't want to hear it. Stop, please do not evangelize to me. Just stop it. Yeah, Blizzard, that's one of the worst ones. And like, so this is why I think a lot of people really reacted so negatively to Blizzard whenever all of the criticism came out, is because Blizzard was so in your face about how much they cared about these social issues. You had people that worked at the company constantly talking about them. They made the issues part of the, BlizzCon every single year. And then you find out that internally it's the exact opposite. That's the worst thing to have happen. It's not like if a random company like, let me think of like just some random, Academy or KFC had this thing happen, the same thing happened at with Blizzard, it wouldn't be a big deal. People would just be like, wow, that was really badly mismanaged. But the problem is that whenever you're sending out a message and then your actions are the opposite. Yeah, Disney's the worst. I don't know. Like, I've heard about some stuff with Disney recently, but I don't really know a lot about it. Entertainment should be about inspiring, not politics. No. I think there are a lot of things that can be, I think generally what people dislike is they dislike times whenever people come into a franchise or they come into an IP, a game, a movie, a series, or whatever, and that person injects their own individual views into the story in a way that they did not exist in beforehand. So, for example, Metal Gear Solid is a political game, period. It is a political game. It can be played as if it's not, but it is absolutely a political game. There are other games like Detroit Become Human has political overtones as well. There are many of these games, and people love those fucking games, but that is what the game has, like, ever since day one. I think people don't like the change. That's the difference. You guys see what I'm saying? Yeah, Wolfenstein. Yeah, Wolfenstein has always been about killing Nazis. Like, there's no change there. Yeah, it's always been like this. Yeah, people just don't like seeing things changed or whatever else, right? And COD Vanguard's the wokest shit ever. Never played it, don't care about it. They need to respect the narrative. Yeah, I think that's really what it comes down to, is people respect the narrative. Yes, we're picking up what you're putting down. Okay, good. So yeah, that's what I think about it. Are you done, Asmongold? Asmongold claims he's done with World of Warcraft. Oh my god. Oh my god. Next, you're gonna tell me Rage Against the Machine's political? I think there's a good chance they might be, you know? There's a good chance. And, are you done? Listen, every single time that, like, that this kind of stuff happens, this is journalism, how many times, and it's like, in a way, these articles kind of make me look bad. Because now, I do appreciate, though, by the way, with this this picture here, I really appreciate what they did. You guys might not notice this, but they actually whitened my teeth. So, thanks a lot for that one. But, anyway, the main factor here is that, yeah. And so, people see these articles, and they're thinking that I'm, like, flip-flopping, and they're like, because these articles draw an inaccurate conclusion. Like, I talk for 8 hours a day. I just say things sometimes that are not necessarily true, and I qualify them later. I'm like, well, not really quit, but like this. And that just gets kind of cut out. And this is what happens. And I do think it's annoying, but, you know, it is what it is. Make this an emote. Is that an old photo of you? Yeah, I'd say it's kind of older. Yeah, absolutely. Arthas did nothing wrong, even on a cosmic scale. The Infinite Dragonflight's goal was to destroy the one true timeline and bring about the Hour of Twilight. The old gods corrupting Azeroth and creating a dark titan to destroy the universe. One of their targets is to stop Arthas from purging Strathlum. Thus, Arthas purging Strathlum helps prevent the Hour of Twilight. Thus, not only did Arthas do nothing wrong, but he has actually saved the entire universe. I want to say again, guys, Arthas did nothing wrong. Anybody who thinks that he did is delusional, and they are also wrong. It's sad to see so many people that believe this, but, you know, what else can you expect? Actually true? Absolutely true. Me and my homie looking at 25 Anima quest reward? We're not doing any more of these, right? No way, dude. Quick, stick it up my butt and let's get back to the Covenant. What about the Anima? Lol. Wait, what? Oh my god. Ugh. Purple equals win? Wait, what's this? Oh, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck... Is this really what you guys are gonna do? Listen, we have the first Transmog comp back in almost an entire year. Almost an entire fucking year. And people are already calling it rigged. Can you fucking believe this, man? It's just too much. Can't fucking... It's oh my god. Thanks for everything, Asmon. Let me read this real quick. First of all, sorry if my English is bad. I wanted to write down I feel some people will be mad about it. Second, my objective, 5 seconds of fame on YouTube. Just want a message to reach you all. If you read on stream or not, it's up to you. 30 years fighting cystic fibrosis. My body's wrecked. I'm more and more fragile each day. Life expectancy for general people for CF is 15 years. In Argentina, at least. Yet here I am. Wanted to give you a general idea about my situation, and it's infinitely more complex. A message about this. Asmon, I respect and admire you, not for just the amazing content you have to put out throughout the years, but for something deeper than that. I respect that you don't fear or to touch sensitive topics, always speak your mind freely about it, and as freely as I can, to be fair. One thing I found amazing is you always have an opinion about stuff and things, and not just some random bullshit opinion, but you show up with a well-elaborated one, and the cherry on top, the great majority match mine. Yeah, I think that's why a lot of people watch. People like watching because they're hearing things that they agree with, and I mean, like, obviously, like, if you sit up in front of everybody and you talk for, like, 8 hours, you're gonna say a few stupid things, right? But I try to not talk about things that I don't really know about. And obviously people tell me, like, oh, you don't know about this because, you know, you have a different opinion than I do. But, like, generally it's something that I try to avoid if I don't at least feel confident about talking about it, if that makes sense. I think a lot of people always try to feel that they feel like they have to have an opinion on everything. They have to have an opinion on like COVID. They have to have an opinion on like Ukraine and Russia. They have to have an opinion on, you know, like politics in the Middle East. I don't. Like, I cannot even begin to understand these problems. I can understand them on a surface level. I can see that they're problems for individual people. But in terms of actually understanding, like, who's right, who's wrong, where's the nuance, I don't really know. Yeah, I don't really know, and so I try to not talk about it as much, and I think that's a good thing, because a lot of people tell you that it's important to, you know, you've got to talk about things, and you've got to use your platform for good, and you know, use your platform to spread a good message. I view it as, I don't want to use my platform to spread a misinformed message or spread a message that I don't entirely understand. So what I do instead of that is I just simply don't talk about I don't talk about the issue in general. You see what I'm saying? That's still an opinion. You have to have opinions to a certain extent. Yeah, but like, I think that's a very, like, I don't think those two things are the same, if that makes sense. Yeah, I only try to voice an opinion about something to understand. Thank you for being yourself. Yeah, I try to. And also, I think a lot of people, this is just like an issue, right? Is people don't want to admit if they're wrong about something. And, you know, even if like evidence proves them or proves things in the contrary. I think that happens a whole lot. You don't have to have an opinion on anything. You don't understand crypto and you talk about it? Listen, you want to do crypto, you want to do that, that's totally fucking fine with me, okay? Like, just please don't fucking, like, you want to do crypto, do whatever. Please just don't buy crypto coins from influencers. Please just don't buy NFTs from influencers. Like, you just buy and sell Bitcoin, buy and sell Ethereum, buy and sell Doge for all the fuck I care. But stop fucking buying crypto from a YouTuber that lost relevance 4 years ago. Please stop that. But just stop. Just stop doing it. Don't do it. They're not behind the project. They don't care about you. They don't give a shit. So please, that's the only thing I want to get out there. I don't want to argue about crypto for 50 fucking hours. Do whatever you want. Just don't fucking buy into these influencer scams, okay? Yeah, that's it. Asmon coin win. Listen, if they give me enough money, we'll see what happens. I'm just kidding. I don't really want it. Like, I would do crypto if I understood, like, if I believed that it was like it was a benefit for my audience, right? I would make like a crypto coin or something like that, but it's just not. I don't want to get into that. Like, I've already got so many other things going on. I don't want to deal with it. Yeah, bald coin, exactly. And let's see here. Would you deny $1 million sponsor for an NFT like XQC did? Would I deny a $1 million sponsor for an NFT? For $1 million, I would not even make a tweet about it. I would not even make a tweet about an NFT thing. Not for $1 million. You hear that? Crypto websites, it's got to be 2. No, I'm just kidding. All right, let's go back over this way, and we're going to read the rest of these. Great majority match mine. Students are finally so strongly disagreeing with you. That's okay. It's what we enjoy. It's what I enjoy. I want to say enjoy this conversation. I respect you saying what in streams. I mean things like I'm not a role model and things alike. For me, it takes a really huge pair of balls to say that. I respect that a lot. And this is all. I thank you, Asmon. I really appreciate you as a person. Sometimes I even think, oh, let's crack it. I saw Pepsi and talk with this guy. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. And leave me at 5 pounds of the post. TLDR, I'm dying. My lungs are extremely damaged. I'm on a ventilator right now. Holy fuck. It's just crazy because, like, I remember when my mom was on a ventilator, bro, she couldn't type anything. I'm actually surprised. Like, this guy's fucking barely getting by. Holy fuck, that sucks. I could? Yeah, I've never been on one before, but, like, that's just what they told me whenever I would call the hospital, you know, like, so, holy fuck, second time in a month I had to be hospitalized. I don't know how to explain in English. I'm sorry to offend me. Lungs are so weak, they explode like a balloon with a needle. I have 30% breathing capacity and battling infections 24/7. One of my greatest fears is to die and not telling people I love what I really feel about them. This year has been an extremely hard one. Nevertheless, I want to say, I say this to you because you're someone I respect. Your comments have been entertained throughout many bad times. It's not what I can give in return, but it's all I have. Maybe I can get through this in the end. I just want to tell you this. It's important to me. Stay strong, dude. I wish you all the best in your life, and I hope I can live another day to watch your videos and laugh together. Here's what I'm going to tell you, man. Like, we're all, like, everybody is... everybody wants you to get better. Like, everybody does. And here's something to try to keep your spirits up. This is what I tell myself. And, you know, it doesn't always come true, but it becomes more true every day. Is that in the same way that technology for these video games and these things get better, so does technology for medical treatment and medical research and help for problems like you have. I mean, that's like, I can't say it will get better, but there are people that are spending every day and every night working to make it get better. So, I mean, like, it's hard for me to know really what to say about this, because I don't want to accidentally say something that's like insensitive or weird, because it's hard for me to, you know, have a normal human reaction to things. But I just, like, listen, the way I do things is I just try to stay strong. I try to just keep going. And it's like with my teeth, man. Like, I had this happen with my teeth. Like, the first time I really ever wanted to kill myself was I went to the dentist, and they did like a complete like fucking I don't know, like a diagnosis or an exam on my mouth. And they said it would be $50,000 to get all my teeth and everything fixed. And if I didn't do that, I would lose my teeth, and that'd be pretty much it. So I like, that was the first time I realized that I had like you know, like I had damaged, and like my body was damaged in a way that is unrecoverable, that will cause trauma and damage to me for the rest of my life. It was the first time I ever thought, man, like, maybe I should just kill myself, get this over with. I'm never going to be able to afford that or do anything about it. And it was awful. But nowadays I just tell myself that maybe one day it'll change. Maybe one day it'll get better. Maybe one day technology will get stronger and more useful. And the truth is that if you look at history, I'm proven to be right eventually. Hopefully the eventually will be soon enough for you. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, I do my best, man. Just get porcelain teeth. Some of them are. Yeah, some of them are, absolutely. Yeah, thanks a lot, man. I appreciate that. Thank you. Drank soda after? Well, I gave up. Like, it sounds bad, just gave up. Because, like, I knew they're rotten and fucked up completely, right? And I shouldn't do that, right? But I just feel that way. It sucks. And Soul Brother, thanks for the 5 give the community subs. I appreciate that. Thank you. What did you eat? So the reason why a lot of my teeth fell out is because I had fillings from whenever I was a kid, and I didn't brush my teeth, and the fillings came out, and I didn't have the money to repair them, and so it just slowly deteriorated my teeth. You know, my diet and, you know, my you know, drinking soda and stuff like that, it made it worse. Absolutely it did. But it's like you literally just can't, like, you can't have an exposed tooth like that. It will just decay naturally just by being in your mouth. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what happened.